In this video, we will analyze a pre-incorporation agreement in Cyprus company law. A pre-incorporation agreement is a legal document that outlines the intentions, obligations, and responsibilities of parties who plan to establish a company. It is a foundational agreement that governs the relationship between the parties before the company is formally incorporated. Below is an analysis of the key elements of the pre-incorporation agreement provided in the document. 1. Subject matter of the agreement. Purpose: the agreement explicitly states that the parties will undertake joint actions to establish and register a legal entity under the laws of the Republic of Cyprus. Scope: it defines the form and features of the company, the actions required for incorporation, financing procedures, and profit distribution. 2. Company description and structure. Form of the company: the company will be a private company limited by shares, which is a common structure for businesses in Cyprus. Name: the company's name is subject to availability and must comply with the requirements of Chapter 113 of the Companies Law. Memorandum and Articles of Association: these documents will govern the company's operations and can be modified by mutual agreement. Objects of the company: the company's primary purpose is specified, e.g., holding company, bar, restaurant, cafe, delicatessen. Share capital: the authorized share capital is €20,000, divided equally into Class A and Class B shares, with each party subscribing to 10,000 shares. 3. Shareholders and financing. Shareholders: the agreement specifies the initial shareholders and their respective shareholdings. Payment of share capital: both parties are required to contribute equally to the share capital, with a deadline for payment. Profit distribution: profits will be distributed among the shareholders as per the agreed terms. 4. Management and governance. Directors: the agreement names the initial directors, with provisions for changes by mutual agreement. Company secretary: a secretary is appointed to handle administrative and legal compliance matters. Registered office: the company's registered office is specified in Nicosia, Cyprus. Governing bodies: the supreme governing body is the general meeting of members/shareholders, with management handled by the directors. 5. Control and oversight. Auditors and accountants: the agreement specifies the appointment of auditors and accountants to ensure proper financial oversight. Banking: the company's bankers are identified, and directors are authorized to maintain financial records. Approval for major decisions: certain actions, such as entering into material contracts, borrowing money, or distributing dividends, require prior approval from both shareholders. 6. Expenses and cost sharing. Incorporation costs: the parties agreed to share the costs of incorporation equally. Operational costs: ongoing expenses for the company's activities will also be shared equally. 7. Confidentiality. Obligation: both parties are required to maintain confidentiality regarding all information related to the agreement, the company, and its operations. Exceptions: disclosure is permitted only when required by law or for public information. 8. Dispute resolution. Deadlocks: the agreement provides for a mechanism to resolve disputes or deadlocks, referring to provisions in the Articles of Association. Jurisdiction: disputes are subject to the laws of the Republic of Cyprus. 9. Conclusive provisions. Effective date: the agreement becomes effective upon signing by both parties. Amendments: any changes to the agreement must be in writing and signed by both parties. Liability: parties are liable for non-performance or improper performance of their obligations under the agreement. Key benefits of the agreement. Clarity and structure: it provides a clear framework for the incorporation process, ensuring that all parties understand their roles and responsibilities. Risk mitigation: by addressing key issues such as financing, governance, and dispute resolution, the agreement minimizes potential conflicts. Legal compliance: the agreement ensures that the incorporation process complies with the laws of Cyprus, particularly the Companies Law, Cap. 113. Confidentiality: it protects sensitive information, which is crucial during the pre-incorporation phase. Potential risks and considerations. Enforceability. Pre-incorporation agreements may not always be enforceable if the company is not ultimately incorporated. Ambiguities. Any vague or unclear terms in the agreement could lead to disputes. Changes in circumstances. If the parties' intentions or circumstances change, the agreement may need to be renegotiated. To conclude, the Pre-Incorporation Agreement is a vital document that lays the groundwork for the establishment of a company. It ensures that all parties are aligned on key aspects such as financing, governance, and profit sharing. By addressing potential issues upfront, the agreement reduces the likelihood of disputes and facilitates a smooth incorporation process. However, ensuring that the agreement is comprehensive, clear, and legally enforceable is essential to protect the interests of all parties involved.